Hello everyone. So in today's video we are going to learn about row echelon form of any matrix. So let's start with the definition of row echelon form. Any non-zero matrix A is said to be in row echelon form if all the zero rows are at the bottom of matrix. So that zero rows means if all the elements in any row are 0, then that is known as zero row. So if there is any zero row in the matrix, that should be the bottom of the matrix. Second condition is the leading entry. Leading entry means first non-zero entry in any row. So the leading entry in any non-zero row is strictly to the right of the leading entry of the row above it. What does that mean? So let's see this example here. Here in this example you can see if there is any zero row, those should be at the bottom. So these should be at the bottom of the matrix. And any second condition, this is the first condition. Second condition is the leading entry in any row. So see in the second row, leading entry is here. That should be strictly on the right hand side. This is the right hand side of the leading entry in previous row. So if this is the leading entry in first row, next leading entry in the second row should be here, cannot be below this or here. Then if third one is here, that should be on the right hand side of this, if any possibility is there. Okay. And the third condition is all the entries in the column below leading entry should be 0. So what is the leading entry here? Let's start or first let's see this example only. This is the leading entry. So below this all the entries should be 0. This is not the leading entry, so we don't care about this. Then go to the second row. This is the leading entry. Below this all the entries should be 0. So these are the three conditions. If these three conditions are there, we say the given matrix is a row echelon form. Now let's understand this with this example. So let's see what is the first and non-zero entry here, 4. So below this all the entries should be 0. So this is 0. Now let's go to the second row. What is the leading entry? -1. So if we go to -1, condition should be this should be on the right hand side. So this is from the right hand side of previous leading entry. Below this all values should be 0. So both the conditions are satisfied. Now go to the third row. What is the leading entry? 4. Condition is it should be on the right hand side of previous one. So this is on the right hand side of the previous one, and below this all elements should be 0. Go to the last one. Here you see this is the leading entry. This is on the right hand side of previous one, and below this no row. So that last condition is already fulfilled. So this is the example of row echelon form. Now there is one if leading entry in each row is 1, then that type of matrix is known as in reduced row echelon form. So if we are able to make these first entries as 1, then this matrix will be in reduced row echelon form. Okay, so what is the condition and how we can write? If the leading entry is 1, which is also known as unity, then this form is called reduced row echelon form. Okay, so how we can make? We know the row transformations. So if we divide first row by 4, second row we can multiply with -1, third one we can again divide by 4, and fourth one by 9. So it's okay that whether we are getting fractions or something later, but if first value is 1, then that is known as reduced row echelon form. So let's check whatever we have understood, is it clear? So let's see the first example. Here what I suggest that you just stop the video here, pause it, and you write your own answers whether these are in form or not, and then you verify the answer, then only it will be clear to you. So let's start with the first one. The first condition is first entry, this is the leading entry, below this all are 0. This is the leading entry in second row, which is on right hand side of this one, and below this all are 0. And this is the third one's leading entry, third row's leading entry, and this is on the right hand side of previous one. So this is echelon form. So I am just putting it right since it is in row echelon form. Let's go to the second one. This is the leading entry of first row, below this all are 0. Go to the second row. This is the leading entry of second row, which is on right hand side of this. Now go to the third condition. Below this all values should be 0. It is non-zero here. So therefore this is not in row echelon form. Okay. Similarly, go to the third one. Here you can see this is the leading entry. So this is again not in row echelon form. Here you go. You see that this is again not in row echelon form, since this is the leading entry of second row, and below this not all the values are 0. Go to the third one. Is it in row echelon form? First condition says if 0 rows are there, all should be at bottom. So these are at bottom. This is the leading entry of first one, and below this all are 0. So this is in row echelon form. Okay. Again, what about this? This is not in row echelon form as it is given. Go to this one. This is the leading entry, below this it is 0. This is the leading entry for second row, which is on right hand side of this, and below this it is 0. This is the leading entry for third one, and which is on the right hand side of the previous one. And since you can see that leading entry are 1 in each row, so I can say this is in reduced row echelon form. Okay, even if you write it row echelon form, that is also okay. So it is always safer to make the first entry 1, because it will fall in the either of the category and you are always safe. Go to the last one. Here this is the first leading entry in first row, below this everything is 0. This is the leading entry in second row, which is on the right hand side of this, and below this everything is 0, and the 0 row is at the bottom. So it is again in, since leading entries are 1, so I am writing reduced row echelon form. Okay. So I hope with these many examples it is clear that what is the definition of row echelon form of any matrix. Here you should understand that we know that okay, here you should think, can we change, or can we do something, can we transform this matrix in echelon form? Take a pause and think, can we do that? Yes, we know the row transformation. We can apply the suitable transformation and can reduce it to the form so that it becomes 0. So what I can do, I am just verbally telling here, I can multiply third row, or let me explain it here. I am just taking the example of B. If I multiply third row with 9 and second row with 11, so our matrix, if I say this matrix as B, that will be, since I am not applying any transformation to first row, that remains same. Second becomes 99 and 55. 0, 99, third row I have to multiply with 9, and then 170. Now I can, R3 becomes R3 minus R2. Whatever row number we are writing here, that row only changes. So that becomes 4, 0, 8, 0, 99, 55, 0, 0, 2, and this 6, right? So is it in row echelon form? Yes, this is in row echelon form as now first entry is non-zero, which is on the right hand side of the previous leading entry, and below every leading entry values are 0. So now we have reduced it to row echelon form. That means with suitable transformation we can reduce any matrix to row echelon form. Okay, so for this video I am just stopping here. I hope row echelon form is clear to you. Find out few more examples here and there and practice. See you in next video.